This European Cricket Network event is proudly brought to you by HCL Software and Bizaway.
Hello everybody and welcome to Portugal on a sunny, hot afternoon. We've got two live games coming your way. We've got the coin toss also with Tyrone Peters.
Lisbon Capitals the call.
Lisbon Capitals, here we go.
Tails.
Tails is the call. It's a tail.
We're gonna ball first.
Quality. Back to you, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Tyrone. That is quality. That bowling action looks strong and sturdy. I hope everyone's doing really well out there. It's a hot day here in Portugal, I can tell you that. Looking forward to these two live games. And, well, the players and officials will be out there in the middle in any moment now. As Lisbon Capitals playing Porto Wanderers. First time I've seen a bit of the Porto Wanderers. So good luck to them. And yeah, it should be a good game of cricket. Some familiar names in each lineup. And yeah, what team can get the runs on the board might have a chance of winning this one. This was yesterday. As Marlow, 107, played 53. An absolute fizzler. Never seen a game more destructive from Marlow with the ball. They had Friendship CC at one stage 17 for 6. And when you're 17 for 6, you don't usually come back from that. Three bowlers there getting 3 apiece. Mahmood, Shahid and Mason. Easy win for Marlow. That was match 17 in the competition as we got through to match 18 a little bit later in the evening. Background, I can see all the players starting to enter the field. This was match number 18. Closer affair. Marlow were restricted, it must be said, to 99 for 8. And Friendship CC, unfortunately, just couldn't get there. Rupu made a 44 not out of 34. Quite a peculiar looking innings that when you face 34 deliveries. Probably hoping to be in the 60s, and if he was, he might have won that game. So Marlow took all the points last night, but it's a new day, it's a new night, and it's been a hot one. I've enjoyed my morning off and now back into the action as the Wanderers. They are 1 and 5, Capitals 2 and 2. So both these teams have had a bit of a difficult time in this competition. You can see green shields there. It's obviously in the Wanderers. Surprising to see that they are expected to be the winners in this one, 104 to 91. But we'll have to wait and see. As well, this bowler, what is going on here? Where's he walked to? He's on the boundary rope. Don't tell me he's going to run in there and bowl from there. Oh boy. Okay, well, there's always something funky that starts your day. This is Usama Khan who's got the new ball. And he's marked his run out and he's basically on the boundary rope. So if I don't see 140 clicks plus, I'll have a word with him later because that's the biggest run up I think I've ever seen. Anyway, let's see if he's actually got some pace about him. We're almost set to go in this one on this scorching day out here in Coimbra. Here we go. Looks like he's got a left arm. Well, he comes running all that way and he gets launched for 6. And it's pretty gentle pace, to be honest. Not too sure he needs to come from that far. I get tired watching him run in. It's going to be 6 to start this Wednesday evening, I believe it is. Just on the hip and picked up easily, 6 runs. But yeah, quite peculiar. I don't think I've seen a run up this big in European cricket. Let's see if he can actually run the whole 35 metres at good pace. You meant to, as a bowler, build up and be at your peak at the end. So here we go. Amble's in, not on your screen yet. Ambling gets a bit quicker here, then the fatigue sets in. And then it hits the keeper in the knee and will go away for 1 bite. He might look frustrated, but that's actually quite a difficult take for the keeper there as it landed right in front of him. Good opportunity to welcome everybody in the chat. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you might be. So, I hope you had a really good day. I've had a fantastic day myself and keeping busy. Good to be here now and yeah, looking forward to this game. Some good carry. You can see the keeper standing pretty far back. This pitch has been spoken about a lot. It's a little bit up and down and can be tricky. Chambers is on strike and well, he's a good player. He'll be looking to get going here with Khan. Put on a good partnership and maybe get a win for Porto. ball that's dug in and lands before the keeper, who does pretty well to smother that one and not let it get through. So yeah, it's a long run up. I don't think it needs to be that long, but each to their own. Everyone's got their own little quirks in this cricket, and you can understand why. That's short, slapped, and that made a crunching noise off the bat. That's going to be 6 runs. So both batters here have opened their accounts with a 6. It's always a sign of confidence. And, well, Khan can run as far as he likes, but if you're going to bowl short and wide, eventually they're going to catch up with it. And that sat up beautifully to be hit. So nice shot. And good start this is for Porto. I'll build them some confidence. Again, a lot of bounces, a little from the keeper. It's going to be signalled to wide by a square leg for overhead height. So it does seem like there was an extreme amount of bounce there. So wide signalled. And also that'll be the one bouncer for the over. So 1 ball left in this first over. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well out there. We've got 2 live games tonight. We're also in the Czech Republic at the moment. Plenty ECN action going on around the continent as per usual. That's going to be a wide as well, I reckon. And yeah, signalled up by the umpire. Right decision. I guess this is also one thing. Running in with such a long run-up, I'd be exhausted. He's coming a long way. My legs are actually quite exhausted. Went on a bit of a hike today and pretty happy to be taking a little bit of rest now and watching some cricket out of the sun. I reckon that one's going to be okay, just sneaking in, and no, it's going to be signalled to wide. So just that one's a tight one. So a couple of wides to end this first over. Khan's just been a little bit rusty here. Been hit for 2 6s, a couple of extras. This was a tight call, but signalled in the end. Fair enough. That's a better delivery, and it's squirted away through the leg side. That might actually go for 4, and it will. So, long run up doesn't prove to work, and 20 runs will start our Wednesday evening. It goes for a magical over, and the score at the end of 1 is 20 for none. Good to see people in the chat saying watching from Trinidad and Tobago, nice part of the world, and a few people asking where's Rico. I think Rico would have gone back to Spain now. He's got a bit of time off, I believe, or maybe he's on the road and he's gone to another event. I think we're off to Romania soon and a few others, but there you go. Chris Smith knows, yeah, he's on leave. Yeah, he deserves some rest as well. I know Rico's been doing the hard yards and going around Europe quite a lot, so deserves a bit of rest, as we all do. As looks like new bowler coming into the attack is going to be Samarth Patel now. Short again and spliced over backward point. And, well, no heebie-jeebies in this pitch just yet. These 2 batters enjoying themselves. That was short and should be put away and is put away. Junaid Khan doesn't need a second invitation. Any bit of width here. Short boundary square, as we've mentioned before. And that flies away. 24 off 7 now, and this is a dream start for Porto Wanderers, who'll be hoping for something in the 120 vicinity. And cloths that one. Should be out. Should be the first wicket. It is the first wicket. So that one was a little bit straighter. Didn't let him release the arms, and that will result in the wicket. So first one will go down. There's been a bit of a helter-skelter start to this one. That one's a lot straighter. Better length as well. Difficult to get that one away, and Junaid Khan will have to go early. So 24 for 1. Good cameo though, and a good start here for the Wanderers with their run rate. So he's probably a bit disappointed there to get out. It looks good until that moment, as in comes a man that seems to play for every single club in Portugal, Conrad Greenshields. This must be his 15th club he's represented. I do wonder if there is a limit on how many clubs you can play for in a country, because He's played for a lot. So we'll have to wait and see how he's going to go for Porto tonight. Seems to have recovered quite quickly from his so-called injuries as well. I'd like to add a bit of mayo on his body. But pretty sure he's fine. So first ball to Green Shields. He's driven down the ground just for the one. Conrad's probably not your typical T10 player. He'll actually play a couple more sedate strokes to get himself in and then try and play catch up a little bit later. It is a risky way to play, but that's his style. Oh, and that's going to go away. There might be leg buys. We'll have to wait and see. Just waiting for the umpire signal, and yeah, it is signalled leg by. So that's probably one of the very first balls that's really popped up, and that did bounce extravagantly. Clips the thigh pad and goes away for 4. So handy runs to Porto. It doesn't matter how you get them, off the pad or off the bat, but that did shoot up, and yeah, you can't do anything about that. A bit frustrating for the fielding team. Crunch. A nice noise off that blade at the moment for Chambers as they get into the 30s. Still haven't completed the second over just yet. A lot of people yesterday saying that the past score's roughly been around about 100, but if the pitch doesn't play up too much, there's runs to be had. A little bit of a false start that time for Patel. It's a dead ball. It's the last ball of the second here. Driven again along the ground for a single. So that means we'll end the second over. And Porto Wanderers, good start for them. They have raced away at 31 for 1. As we talk about a little bit of something we're all excited for. 61 days until we're in Malaga. Well, 60 because we'll probably be setting up there a day early. But one of our marquee events is just around the corner. This is what's been going on in the table. Marlow, with those 2 wins last night, go to the top of the table. Porto Wanderers, 1 win from 6. Super disappointing. And all the other teams there in the middle. Bit of a logjam happening. Plenty of time to go in this competition. Finals on Monday next week. As a new bowler, it's going to be Amir Dar now, bowling the all-important third over of the power play. That's pretty close, you know. Well, given not out, we'll have a closer look at this. Let's have a look. What's this going on in the stumps? This angle always makes it look like it's sliding down a little bit. He shuffles across. Tell you what, if you had the straight on view, that's a lot closer than you think. Conrad might have some friends in high places. I reckon that's hitting leg stump for me. Interesting. Time he swats it away, and that'll be 6 into that short leg side boundary. Didn't really get that out the meat of the bat, but it goes all the way and just shows on the leg side it is dangerously short. If you get any bat on it, it will fly. It comes down the crease. It's very high up on that blade, but still easily carries the rope for 6. And this time, big edge. And, well, it just feels like everything's going Porto's way at the moment with a couple of leg buys that have flown away. That one's edged for 4. And you create your own luck in this game. And Porto Wanderers, who have only won 1 game so far, seem to be having a fair bit of it. 6 and a 4. That one a little bit more fortuitous. But yeah, let us know what you got up to today in the chat. Hope everyone's had a proactive afternoon and morning. Hope they've enjoyed all the live cricket action. Pulled away again, and well, that'll go for 4 as well. That boundary on the leg side is extremely short. Only has to get a bit of bat on it and it flies. So now this is a perfect start for Porto Wanderers. This one a little bit short. He comes down the crease It would have been short anyway. Stays low with it and gets that away. So 6-4-4. Get that wide down the leg side. Trying to bowl a bit of a slower ball there, just getting it a little bit wrong. 6-4-4 wide. Still 2 balls left in this power play. That's going to be a wide as well, I think. And yeah, we'll be signalled a wide. So great start this now. Just the bowlers obviously losing their line a little bit. Obviously quite a bit of pressure when you've got batters that are coming down the crease and getting the ball away. You want to try and get it on the tram line, sneak it in. This one's a bit straighter and Greenshields falls across that, gets an inside edge onto his pad. But yeah, with this start now, they'll be looking at 120 potentially. Yeah, that was there to go. Be disappointed Greenshields, I think. Defends that respectfully into the offside. So Dar just trying to sneak out of this over as well as he can. He gets away with 2 dot balls to finish. That'll make him feel a little bit more comfortable. And good start though for Porto Wanderers. They've had a pretty good power play overall. Even though they lost the 1 wicket, they've got a very good run rate. And this is that ECC that is coming up at the end of the year, I should say, September 16th to October 20. All those fantastic groups, very exciting indeed. Who's going to win it this year? I don't know. But will we have a new winner? Will we see a surprise team get up there in the finals week for the first time? Anything's possible. We'll just have to wait and see. Not long now, 2 months away. Really snuck up on us. Looks like we're going to get a little bit of spin this time. Take the pace off the ball. It'll be Sunil Patel who's going to come in and bowl some spin. As that's driven away through the offside. Well, that might go for 4 and it will. Nice shot, just opens the face and angles that away. It's pretty gentle bowling and easy for Chambers there just to push that easily through the gap. Gets that 4 runs, so nice start for him. Conventional player, doesn't look to slog too much. Hits it through the V often. There's one down the leg side now, just sweeps down to deep backward square. I think Greenshield's going to enjoy facing a bit of this. Might see him open the shoulders here and try hit this straight. Not much too pace about it. He tries, but can't get that away. Maybe a little bit cross-batted, so just the 1. But yeah, you feel for Porto Wanderers. This is an opportunity here to maybe target the man bowling here and turn it into a big over. They try, but that one's dug out for 1 again. And there's a giant full toss. He doesn't really get it. Could be close, you know. Oh, it's an unbelievable double drop. Well, should have been out. Should have really been out. He got there pretty calmly in the end, did Asama. But he drops it, and then he goes straight through his teammate's hand as well. Oh, it's a wide full toss. Watch this. He gets there, drops it, and dropped as well. That really should have been snaffled. So Greenshields gets a life and gets 6 runs for his trouble. Can't see it along the ground, and that's misfield for 4. So, well, what can you say about Lisbon Capitals at the moment? Probably need to do a bit of fielding practice would be the first thing. That should have been stopped, and with the dropped catch, that's a 10-run swing, and you leave a very dangerous player at the crease, and they might pay for that. And Conrad Greenshields obviously loves applying his trade out here in Portugal and gets a little bit of help from the fielders in that over. 64 now off 4 overs, and well, it's blowing out pretty quickly at the moment. So Kumar Patel now is going to come in and bowl the 5th. And he starts with a big full toss. That might be close. And yeah, it's been cold, so it's going to be no ball. That means it's going to be a free hit for Greenshields, who's enjoying a bit of fun out there. He's had a few lives. He's had an easy 4 given away, and now he's got a free hit. So all his luck has come at once. That's pretty well bowled, but it's an even better stroke. Nice and straight. And the free hit is capitalised. So 4 runs right now, and Lisbon Capitals, who probably came here with their hopes up high, just have not been able to string together a couple of good balls, and it's costing them at the moment. There's a bit of tension out there in the field. How many runs will that drop catch cost them? It's hit hard and down to mid-off for another single. So runs are just ticking along. Both batters looking pretty good at the moment. A platform set for something big, isn't there? No demons in the pitch just yet. Yesterday we saw quite a lot of balls take off or shoot through. Today, not so much. Spliced over the top of the offside, and I think Chambers has hit all these boundaries down at deep cover, and they still haven't put a player back there, so he'll enjoy that. Not off the meat of the bat, but 4 runs to say the least. A big juicy slow ball, just opened up his frame and lofts it over the offside, so another 4 runs. And yeah, the wheels are falling off here for Lisbon Capitals. They need a wicket, they need something as they do change the field. That deep square, backward square is brought up, and now there's a deep cover. And now the keeper misses it completely through his legs. And, well, doesn't that just sum up what we've seen in the last 10 minutes? Lisbon Capitals cannot get anything going. Oh, Deku gets one to, I'm pretty sure he megs him here, straight through the legs. Oh no, just on the inside, misses the off stump and goes for 4. So 4 buys to the total. And this is dreamland now for Porto Wanderers, who are having a great time. 79 for 1. Slower ball. Cut away. Just the one. Here comes the throw. Bet you there's an overthrow here. No, DQ does well to get his foot down. So that will just be a single. And we've got 1 ball left in this 5th. Interesting to see the keeper go back now for Greenshields. Nice looking drive, but that should just be a single as well. And it is. So 5 overs complete. And the score is all Porto Wanderers at the moment. It is 81 for 1. Plenty of noise from the sideline as well. I'm sure Porto Wanderers are enjoying this. I'm sure a lot of the viewers are as well. 7 live games a day at the moment on the ECN. And if you have subscribed on YouTube, feel free to give us a donation. I'm sure you enjoy all the live coverage, but life can't be free. It is hot today, my word. Well done to all the players that are out there. They've been travelling big distances to make sure they could get here on time and play these games. It's like a little bit of a delay as they try and think about what bowler should come in and fight their way back into this game. And, well, it's going to be the man that dropped the catch, Usama Khan. And, well, there's no better way to make a reprieve for your team, and what you need to do is take the wicket after that dropped catch. He's going to have that opportunity to now bowl, and it looks like he's shortened the run up, which is good for everyone involved. Saves energy and also is more efficient. Still quite a big run up. Oh no, he's going back. Yeah, pretty odd. I don't think I've ever seen someone run in 27 metres for 110 kilometres before, but I am now. pitched outside leg. Yeah, it's a big appeal, and you can understand why, but pitching outside leg, good umpiring there. See on this replay, left armour always needs to bring it back in, but that's outside leg, probably hit him outside leg as well. So good from the men in black, who have been exceptional this tournament. No, Tyrone Peters is looking pretty fresh today, probably feeling $1 million. He'd be happy with his officials out there. Yep, that run up is long. Well, it works. Gets past Greenshields there. Still such a good platform now for Porto Wanderers. They'll be thinking, good finish here. I mean, if you go at 12s for the next few, you're going to end up in that 130 vicinity. They'll be extremely happy with that. They'll be well over par, you'd imagine. Also watch that shot clock. Still ticking away. Now that's high in the air. Who wants it? Can someone actually catch it this time? The answer is no. So it's a terrible drop, and well, Porto Wanderers at the moment riding a little bit of luck from time to time, but it's more of the Lisbon Capitals. They have themselves to blame. They just haven't been able to string a few good overs together. And don't tell me it was that man again. No, it wasn't Osama Khan who got there. Maybe he should have gone for it. It's Divya Patel, and the Patels are having a shocker out here at the moment. The fielding just not matching up to the standards they want. And if you keep dropping opportunities, unfortunately, the cricket gods aren't going to be on your side. Oh, that's ballooned to the keeper. Plenty of bounce through that one. Better over this from Osama Khan. Hasn't been able to pick up the wicket, putting it in a decent area. Chambers been there for the whole of the innings, 23 or 14. Probably wants one out the middle here. Get that strike rate back up to near that 200 mark. Can't get bad on that. That one shot through just a little bit. Maybe trying to overhit it a bit. You can see the frustration on his face as he shakes his head. Still gets it through. So better over this for Lisbon Capitals, despite the dropped opportunity. It's restricting it a little bit better. Right, one towed away. Well, good over. Gets away with it. Be disappointed not to get the wicket, but only gives away a couple of singles in that over, and at the end of 6, Porto Wanderers still in control of this fixture. The score is 83 for 1. Have a look at that scorecard. 2 men set, plenty of batting to come. Couple of ullahs, double the ullah, double the fun. Neil Charles as well, I've been told to look out for, and Garish Singh as well. And looking forward to seeing what the rest of that lineup has to offer if they get a go. Yeah, let us know where you're watching from in the chat, or if you want to have any queries, do get involved with me. I am here for the evening. It's been an exciting day. Went on a hike up a mountain. It was extremely hot. Found an old school temple and ran out of water. Not my brightest moment, but it was a good day out. So back to the action. They've gone to Samarth Patel. Plenty of Patels playing. Number 77 on his back. Can he get a breakthrough? There's that extreme carry and signal to wide. That's a tough one. And he's given it though. And old Gert Maximus doesn't hold back on the wide calls. I tell you what, loves a wide call. That one maybe just touching the tram line. Oh, wow, there we go. That's the very first rank. Well, what do you even call that? That's the old dribbler. That's hit the pitch and just rolled. No batsman in the world's going to hit that. The old grubber. This time a big appeal, and well, they'll scamper through for a leg by and should get there pretty comfortably in the end. So just in the last maybe 7 to 8 deliveries here, they're pegging it back. Let's have a look at this appeal. And old Gert thinks that's sliding down the leg side. I reckon that's probably one of those ones that could be umpire's call. Maybe it's just clipping, maybe it's going down leg. Fair enough for me. Juicy full toss, and well, he gets away with that. Greenshields will be very upset with himself. That should have been hit into another dimension. He cloths it though. Once again, striking under 200, typical Greenshields. On there, that one pops. Well, I think about 5 minutes ago I mentioned the pitch is playing better than yesterday, and then in the last 10 deliveries I reckon we've had 4 that have either shot up or rolled along the ground, making it extremely difficult. Chambers trying to find a weight, and that one stays low, so really has all of a sudden completely changed. Trying to think of what percentage shot would be the right shot to play here. Quite difficult. You don't really want to get in line with it because you don't want to wear one. Last ball of the 7th. And there you go. They get the wicket in the end and probably puts Chambers out of his misery. Oh, and there goes the bat as well. I know Tyrone Peters won't be too happy about that. He'll be having a strong look. It was a little bit of a bat flip. Credit to the Capitals who have just pegged it back. It was a little off cutter into the pitch. And he gets the breakthrough. Chambers trying to find a way. He got in a little bit stuck just in the last 10 minutes with the pitch playing a few tricks on him. Looked good early on. And for the Capitals, they're just fighting back at the right time. .86 off 7 now. If they can restrict them to under, let's say, 115, I think compared to where they were, I'll be pretty happy as Patel Mutul will come into the attack. Interesting to see they've got 5 in the ring at the moment. Highly aggressive. They should drop one more back, and they do. There we go. So they've only got 3 on the leg side. Interesting, a 6-3 field. Don't recommend it. I reckon the 2 deep, the cover and the extra cover probably aren't required. And now he's bowling right arm around. So Greenshield just says thanks very much and whacks it for 6. And when you bowl right arm around, there is a lot of time to bowl it in the slot. And that's exactly what he does. Yeah, I see your comment there, James, and it was a good day though. Did enjoy myself. Have to admit the calf muscles are burning at the moment, but always good to spend the mornings out here in Portugal and check out the local sites. As Mitchell, who right arm around the wicket with the 6 fielders on the offside, it just doesn't feel like it's the right percentages. And that's why, because your batsmen can actually plan that the ball will be outside off and then just hit it over the offside if they want. So you're telecasting what you're doing. You can't get too straight, and if you do get wide, they can just hit it over the 6 fielders there. So 6-6 and a bit of a worry again for Lisbon Capitals. That dropped catch is going to be very crucial. There we go, comes over the wicket now, but he probably needs to change his field. Still only got 3 on the leg side. Greenshield stares someone down because he's an angry man. Needs to take a chill pill sometimes, as Conrad. That's a nice stroke, but I'll settle for a dot. Probably wants to face a little bit more if he can. So 47 now for Conrad, who you're looking at a personal milestone here. Yeah, gets that off the underneath part of the bat, goes for a single. New batter on strike. Let's give this a go. Abaga Haduwage. Sounds like a Harry Potter spell. Has come out here, left-hander. Number 28 on his back, and I'm sure he's going to try and launch this to the moon. He tries to launch it to the moon, and I guess Harry Potter isn't his favourite film because he'll have to go for a Golden Globe. Nice catch out there from Deku. He tried to loft it over the leg side, hit pretty low on the bat, not enough meat on it, and he'll have to go very first ball. Doing the team thing though, and I can respect that, trying to hit his first ball for 6. And a bonus wicket for Lisbon Capitals. More importantly, it's a dot ball, so they keep Conrad Greenshields off strike. As Swede Ulla comes out to bat. Huge fan of that first name, Swede, S-W-E-E-D, Swede Ulla. Let's see what Swede can do. I dare say this is one of those deliveries here. You actually don't want to run. You'd be pretty happy with a dot 6 or 4. Yeah, so I'm not running here. Oh, maybe if you can get 2. Well, they can get 2. There you go. Makes me eat my words. Good aggressive running. They went on the missed field, so that's a great result because they'll get 2, but Greenshields will get to keep the strike. And at the end of 8 overs, the score is 101 for 3. Looking at that worm, it really was above 15s for quite some time. Probably came back to more parity in the last few overs. But that dangerous start, they were going at 15s after 5 overs. It really did hurt Lisbon Capitals. So Greenshields gets to hold the strike, and that's a great result for Porto Wanderers. He's on 48, had won the 1 life early and made them pay. You don't drop good players because they'll always catch back up. Amir Dar was his second over. And he gets a wicket. Well, he gets the slower ball. Conrad Greenshields goes for a bit of a slog across the line. He'll be disappointed with that stroke. He should have hit that dead straight or through the covers. He gets an inside edge. Slower ball foxes him. And on to the subs. Yeah, that's a wild slog, and he's a better player than that. He'll look back at the footage tonight, I'm sure. Well, he lays in his bunk bed, and he'll be very disappointed. So he has to go. And good work here from Lisbon Capitals, who keep on fighting. Gives another man an opportunity to get out there and see if they can get some late runs as the Capitals try their best to fight back into this contest. If they can restrict them under 115, it'd be a great comeback from where they were. So new man to the crease is Garish Singh. What can Garish do? Looks like he's going to ask for middle and leg, or just leg. Oh, hits it dead straight, and he's hit that extremely hard, and well, it's going to go away for 4. Nice start from Garish Singh. He gets a ball in his half, and he smokes it away. So 4 handy runs, and well, Porto Wanderers just showing they do bat pretty deep. Surprising they've only won 1 game so far. That's a nice cricket stroke. Dead straight. Not many teams put a fielder right there. He tried his best valiantly, but gets away for 4. One swatted away, and that'll be another 4. So, well, Garish Singh's come out having a bit of a party. 4-4, and the ball goes through the gate. How unfortunate is that? Or did it get lodged in the gate? Hopefully we can get that one back, but a little bit shorter, a little bit wider. And watches it all the way onto the bat, swats it away. So back-to-back boundaries. There it goes. Did it get through? Oh, we've got it back, thankfully. Again, nice looking punch, but they'll just scamper through for 1. Direct hit might be out, and well, it's a wild throw. And they do get the 1. no one was really backing up too well, so they could have snuck a second, but they just settle on the one. As Swedes on strike now, old Swedula. Yep, up, over, and I can't tell. I think that's going to be 4. Nope, 6. 6 runs, nice shot. There's been a lot of that this innings, hasn't there? Anything that's been short and wide has been punished. This is short, it's wide, and you just have to catch up with it, get your bat on it, and yeah, it goes for 6. And I know the blue crew are sitting in that direction, so they would have been able to see that quite easily clear the boundary. 116 now. And gone. Well, funny old over that. 3 consecutive boundaries in there, a 6, couple of 4s, 2 wickets though. Funny old T10 over that one. It all happens in the 9th. Rico Fool's always correct. 116 for 5 after 9. It's just a bit slower again. Just gets a little bit of deck back in to the stumps. And removes the timber. Thanks for coming. We picked up some wickets late, but the scoring rate hasn't been dented enough, you feel. It's going to be a good score for Porto Wanderers to try and defend. As Krimal Rajani is going to come out. Looks like it's going to be Sunil Patel will bowl the last. So interesting to see they're going to finish with a little bit more of a slower bowler, slightly risky. Well, the slow bowler proves to be effective as he gets a dot ball in there first. That's going to be a wide this time. Easy decision for the umpire. So a couple of extras have snuck in there as well. Can Singh get a couple more away? That's Garesh Singh who's on strike. Yeah, you bet he can. I thought it was a bit of a risk to finish with a slow bowler in the 10th. And that's why, if you get it wrong at all, there's not much pace. So the batsman can set their feet, launch their hands, and that's a glorious shot. He's got every piece of that. That's 6 anywhere. That cleared the rope by 40 metres. So Patel's gone for 24 off 8 balls here. And yeah, I know the sunny's on, trying to get that arm action over a little bit. It's just got to get a bit quicker if he can. A little bit harder into the pitch as he goes for a bit of a jog to collect the ball. The problem is when you bowl super floaty, if you get your length wrong, it's almost a guaranteed 6 at this level. Gets it wrong again. And yeah, see you later. Adios, Pelota. So, Garesh Singh's having a fun time. Old Patel has his hands on his hips, but I'm not too sure that's going to help. Just watch this. It floats out into that beautiful half volley zone. And yeah, I dare say many batsmen around Europe would hit that one for 6. I think maybe he can try and bowl wide of off stump, if anything. Yeah, it's difficult. They took the gamble bowling a slow bowler in the 10th. I never think there's the right time to bowl a spinner or slow right arm seamer at the end, but they took the risk. It's not paying off. And that is going to be 4, I reckon, and it is 4. Just shows he tries to come around the wicket, but once again, it's put away. This is a great little cameo at the end from Garesh Singh. He'll be happy, doesn't matter. He just has to keep putting the ball away, and he finds a big pocket of space. Only 3 fielders on the leg side, and he finds a mile down the leg side. Gets away with that one, and easily could have gone as well. And in comes the throw, and they're going to get an overthrow here, remarkably. So sort of sums up Lisbon Capitals. And, well, that could be run out now. Did they get there in the end? We're going to have to have a look at this. This will be tight. I think he might be out. Yeah, that'll be an easy decision. That's out by a long way. So they tried to sneak the extra run. Doesn't matter. He's gone. So been given out now, and right decision used. Well done to the people using the technology up in the truck. And still one ball remaining. So Garesh Singh at least will be able to keep the strike and see if he can get them into the 140s. So last ball of this innings. Garesh Singh looking to get them into the 140s. A boundary would set them 140. Last ball of this first innings. And in the air, won't get the boundary he was hoping for, but they should try and run two. Doesn't matter if you run out on the last ball. Yeah, they'll get through for two. So good aggressive running. And 2 to the total. So that will take them to 1-3-6 for 6. That is plenty. They'll have to fall over their own feet if they're not going to win this one. Lisbon Capitals were pretty sloppy out there. And in the end, Porto Wanderers have really hammered home the advantage. 136 for 6 as we'll take a quick look at the highlights, and well, there was plenty of them. Conrad Greenshields, this was probably the biggest moment. This is the biggest highlight, because if this catch is taken, I don't think they make it 136, but it was missed, and then he cashed in. He had a little bit of luck, but he always has the ability to play some good shots, and overall, they hit the boundaries when they needed to. They had a couple of big overs in there, and Chambers as well was pretty effective until he had his stumps rickrolled there. Just lost a little bit of his control at the back end of his innings. The pitch started to play a few ups and downs, and Greenshields as well. He batted well for his innings of 48. He'll be disappointed maybe not get 50. He's a better player than that. Strokey played some nice shots over the offside earlier in his innings. Lisbon Capitals, they fought as hard as they could, but it was Garesh Singh right at the back end who took it away from them. His cameo helped them get up to that big total, because there was a stage there where you did feel that they were going to waste their aggressive start. This was a final wicket to go. Quick bit of fielding, cheeky run out to wrap it all up, but 136 for 6, that's plenty of runs. I'll be surprised if they aren't able to defend it. Let's have a quick look at the scorecards, shall we? Let's have a look at the batting scorecard. She's ready to load up for me any moment now. Does look like there might be a little delay there. It is 24 off 21 for Chambers. Greenshields 48 off 23. My man of the innings though was Garesh Singh, 28 off 9. Great little innings that. 18 extras. That hurts. Oh boy, that's a lot. 18 in 10 overs. Imagine if it was a 50 over game. That means they were on par for about 90 extras. Diamond duck there for Rajani, the captain. It's always nice to add to the locker. 136 for 6. Let's have a quick look at the bowling scorecard, shall we? That's 2 for 9 for Samarth Patel. He's the real standout. Everyone else's economies a little bit too violent for their liking. And in the end, that's why the score is 136 for 6. So do join us back in the next 10 minutes for the all-exciting run chase. Thank you.
This European Cricket Network event is proudly brought to you by HCL Software and Bizaway.
Well, only 2 words describe that first innings. Cream cheese. They creamed everything, and there was a bit of cheese and mayo on top from Conrad Greenshields. They batted fantastically, and 136 for 6. And you'd imagine that should be too many here. Porto Wanderers with a massive score. Lisbon Capitals, they'll be hoping for a comeback and a big power play. The only way they're going to get in this is if it's 45 plus off the power play for me. And it does give me a good opportunity to welcome back everyone around the world. I hope you're doing well wherever you might be. And all those fans out there in the subcontinent, good luck for your Dream 11 teams. And everyone on YouTube, and YouTube chat, James Stewart, Chris Smith, our regulars, everybody else out there. Hope you're well. Get your thoughts in. Junaid Khan, seen him a lot on the network. He's going to be running in. Where can he get his first delivery? So almost set to go in the run chase. 137 required. Dars on strike. Singh's at the non-strikers end. Junaid Khan to start us off. Here we go. It's a nice looking stroke actually, but it'll be a dot ball. A traditional drive there from Dar, but just the dot went straight to mid-off. Probably could run there. He's quite deep. 137, you need a lot of things to go your way. Running between the wickets is one of those facets you can control on yourself. It's a nice looking stroke all the way to mid-off again. And another dot. And 2 dots make it pretty tough. We're already looking at 14.17 over required. It's jumped from 13.7 to 14.17 after 2 dots. Just shows how quickly this game can be brutal on the scoring rates required. Needs to get a boundary early. Oh no! Well, that's why you just worry about this pitch, and everyone has to wear a helmet on this pitch. That's taken off. Oh, that's so dangerous. That is ridiculously dangerous. That's an okay length delivery, and it's just shot up and worn him on the head. Yeah, that'd be me done. I'd be packing up my bags and going straight home if I copped that. That one stays a little bit low, and a good bit of fielding there, as it could be close to run out. Don't think so. That should be just the one. Looks like we're going to have a closer look though. Yeah, so he's home safe. Brilliant bit of fielding though. It'll just be the 1 run. Great work from our crew as well. MSTV. All over it these days. Just the 1. First run off the bat for Dar after being shaken up with that vicious bouncer. This time, late cut. That should just be another single. So a pair of 1s for the openers to get them off the mark, but they need boundaries, don't they? This is where I think that we probably need to be a little bit more mindful of people that get hit in the head. They need to be checked on a bit more. Seems like we skim over it way too quickly. That clattered him, and now he's still just standing there. That's a nice shot. Good way to respond, because that will go for 6. So he gets one in his half and doesn't try and keep it on the ground this time. Lofts it over the offside and gets that away for 6, which turns the over a little bit more positive for Lisbon Capitals. But there's a lot of work to do at the end of 1. The score is 8 for none. That's the way to do it. No point trying to drive it through mid-off. Might as well smack it for 6. So change now as that over's complete, and looks like coming into the attack will be Gurish Singh, who batted really well at the back end, played a nice cameo, looked good. We'll be hoping to Be an effective bowler here now also. Usually, if you bat well, you can take some of that form into your bowling innings as well. It's a big appeal, but there's a couple of things I think wrong with that, and they'll get through, and that'll be signalled leg byes. So a decent appeal, but not out. Bit of height on that as well. Also probably going down leg. So a couple of things wrong there. Dar has played some nice drives in his 5-ball inning so far. And now he's gone. Now it was full, it was straight. Girish Singh's having a great little game here. Just keeps it full and straight. You miss, I hit. He made a nice cameo at the back end. And this time, not much movement, but just the right length. Top of off stump. That's all you have to do. And it's a loose looking stroke. Plays right across it. And that means the first wicket will go down for Lisbon Capitals. Pretty far behind in this game, it feels.
Lovely stuff, mate.
New batsman out to the crease now, and not much time to get themselves in. Has to be pretty aggressive from the very first ball. Nice looking drive, and should only be the single though. That won't deter Porto Wanderers too much, who look like a... Oh, well, we're going to get maybe an overthrow. No, they'll settle for the one. Yeah, don't think they'll be too deterred at the moment, Porto Wanderers. They look like they're on track for their second victory, especially with so many runs on the board. Either Singh or Huda have going to have to play a pretty incredible innings to get themselves back into this. It's already up to almost 15s. Gone. Well, there you go. Girish Singh is just using this pitch pretty wisely. That's one that stayed a little bit lower. And he doesn't have express pace or much sideways movement, but just keeps it straight. As you got to feel for the batsman a little bit. It didn't really get up. It sort of sums up what can happen here. And, well, some days it's not your day, and that's probably one of them. Feels like this could be a bit of a blowout here.
Keep going, boys. Stay on top.
Batter comes to the crease now, and well, he was listed at number 4 as Patel, and if you're at 4, you've obviously got some ability, so won't want to give up the chase just yet, but need boundaries. Girish Singh's having an amazing game. Edged away, and that should just be... Oh, that could be out, run out, actually, and it's out. It's been given out. What a great throw that is. So, well, it's all going to the Porto Wanderers, who are having a fantastic time out there. That's the 3rd wicket in the over, and that's a really good bit of fielding. It was edged away. They tried to sneak through for the one, which I think was actually on. This throw coming in, moves to his right. A little bit of a hesitation, but not much. Direct hit gone. What do you do? Some days it's just not your day, and right now, Lisbon Capitals, they want to go home because they are being destroyed out here. 3 wickets in 4 balls. Great fielding so far from Porto Wanderers. And you have to wonder, where do Lisbon Capitals go from here? Now, he has to put a helmet on, surely, on this pitch. Oh, I don't like it. Surely he just watched someone get one in the temple. Okay, that stays low. But yeah, Tyrone Peters, if you're listening to me up at the blue crew box, you got to make a helmet mandatory on this, surely. Otherwise, I'm not going to be held responsible. I'm calling it. Where he's got to put a helmet on. 10 for 3 after 2. Oh no, don't like it. At least he's not on strike. Have a look at that table. This looks like it's going to be Porto Wanderers' second win, and it could be a big win as well. So power play complete. No, it's not. No, it's one over there. The umpire just saw me down there. He just did a bit of a windmill. Edged away. It's going to be a 1. I don't want to see this. They've got to get a helmet on him. Surely. You just never know on a pitch like this. Well, he's a brave man. Look away if you don't like seeing something that could be bad. Well, he gets it. Shot 6. It's a half volley and just basically blocks that straight. Little punch and goes all the way. I don't think the next one's going to be as full. Handy 6 runs though for Lisbon Capitals. When the ball's full, it doesn't do much, but when it hits that middle of the pitch, it does a lot. Yep, that's the length. That's the length it can go up or down. Yep, high risk. Hasn't picked up a wicket just yet. Well, he splices, and that might go the whole way, you know. No, 1 bounce, and that'll just get away for 4. There's Big Crew Patel, who's not officiating in this one, doing the mopping up, so a 6 and a 4 in this over. Ball dug in, and no irregular bounce this time as he splices that away over backward point for 4. Are they starting to breathe a little bit of life, Lisbon Capitals? Oh. See, if that's straight, there's so, at his body, there's so many issues that can happen there. That bounces extremely through. Last ball is power play. Again, extreme amount of bounce. And can't catch up with that. So there was a 6 and a 4 in that over, but 3 overs are complete here. A lot of work still for Lisbon Capitals. The score is 21 for 3. So no surprise here as Gurish Singh will continue. He's had a very good day at the office, made runs, taking wickets. He'll be looking for a couple more here.
Go, boys.
Dot ball to start this over, so he's been pretty good, Gurish Singh. Just putting it in the right spots. He's been able to hit the right length consistently, and when you do that, usually good things will happen. Nice looking stroke, but that's just going to find Junaid Khan there at Team it off, so just the one. Bowled. Well, another wicket. Guresh Singh has basically sewn up the man of the match. He's had a fantastic day at the office. His third wicket to go down, along with that cameo innings at the back end. He's having a day out at the moment. He might be thinking about a fifer. Well, it's full of straight again. That's all you have to do against some players that maybe don't have the best techniques in the world. But I like that he's hitting the top of the stump's length over and over again. So 22 for 4 now. It's the two Patels. Guresh Singh with pretty decent figures of 3 for 2. Reckon you'd be happy with that on most days. Watch this. Will he get it full and straight again? This time sliding down the leg side. One Patel says to another, it's your turn. And that could be a lot closer than you think, you know. Will we go up? Leg by, so we're not going to check the third. Just angled in, wraps him on the paddling. Scamper through for that leg by. Direct hits are always a bit closer than you think, but safely home. But yeah, you imagine this could be a big net run rate boost for Porto Wanderers. That'll make them feel a lot better. They're negative 2.2 at the moment. A big win here might get them back to parity, maybe even ahead. Edged away and watch the spin. Does watch it. A little bit of drop the soap action as he picks it back up, and just the one in the end. Plenty of noise out there for Porto Wanderers. You can see the difference in the fielding in this game so far as well. They've been pretty clean. I think Lisbon Capitals made 7 to 8 errors in the first 5 overs, and they never really recovered. Nice shot again, but just the one. And, well, they need boundaries. After 4 overs, they're only going at about 6 and over. The score is 25 for 4. Have a look at that comparative worm. 3 wickets falling in the second. Really racing away. Is that going to be another change in the bowling? It's going to be Ahmad Ullah now. Guresh Singh's going to finish with 3 for 4. So good day at the office for him. What can Ullah do now? So keeper up to the stumps. Here we go. Over number 5. They need some runs. They need something magical here. Well, he tries, but that's just going to be a single, I'd imagine, out to Chambers, and it is. Looks like Ullah's trying to bowl some quick off spin here. Last time I saw him a year or 2 ago, I was bowling seam up, so looks like he's changed to become a little bit more of an off spin style bowler. That doesn't look too bad. Nice hands. That could be really close, you know. We'll go up to the side on camera.
Reset, reset, reset. That's the quickest I have seen Sabah ever.
And it's going to be not out. What fantastic coverage we've got from the MSTV. My favourite network. Got me in a bit of trouble last night, did the guys. Uploaded a photo that was false news, fake news. I won't forget that. Got a couple of apologies today. That's another dot ball. Yeah, they stung me last night. They took a photo, put it on their social media, and that definitely wasn't the truth. And I will not forget this. James Cantor, if you're listening, the boy who cried wolf is a real story. So that's a nice looking shot. That's come from nowhere. That's going to go over, inside out, over extra cover for 6. So after dot balls supreme, that one is 6 over extra cover. Nice shot. But is it too little, too late? Sort of feels like it. It's amazing that they can just pull out shots like that after not looking too comfortable at the crease for a while there. And this one straight and stays low. So there's that length, and that's an interesting celebration from the right arm off spinner. As that one stayed a little bit low, crept through, and another wicket will go down. So plenty of bolds in this innings as well. There's this spot in the pitch that if you hit the perfect length, right about there, it just scoots low. That's less than halfway up. So 32 for 5, 1 ball left in this 5th over. As this game just keeps getting taken away from Lisbon Capitals. Last ball of this 5th over. And inside edges that onto the pad, does Khan, and that'll be a dot ball. So we do end with the score at 32 for 5. Bit of a fizzler to start this first game, but let's hope game number 2 tonight is a lot closer. Good to see the ECN robot jumping in the chat, saying keeping selling it, Corey. And this is one of those very few times in life I'm telling the truth. But I do get how it looks like. Yeah, it's not a great look though. It's not fair. Sometimes when you're commentating and people put things in your hands, you'll hold anything, and I mean anything, because you're not really thinking about what's happening. You're just watching the game and commentating. Anyway, we'll bring that up another day. As it looks like it's going to be Mr. Harry Potter himself coming into the attack, and that's going to be off the pitch for a wide +1. Let me attempt this last name again. Abaga Haduage. That definitely sounds like a Harry Potter spell. It's hit hard into the offside, but they'll just have to settle for a single. That's big Neil out there, Neil Charles with the brilliant ground fielding. Abaga Haduage. Just looking to get it on a good length here. Keep it full and straight. Maybe get himself a couple of wickets. I feel like the Capitals are going to end pretty short of this total. Wides don't help though. Wides don't help anybody except for the Capitals, and do take time out the game. It's going to be a wide as well. And they could run here. Keeper's thrown it. They're not paying attention. Deja vu. He's actually swinging the ball quite a long way, so probably he needs to hold it across the seam. Let's have a look at that time. 17 minutes to bowl the next 4 overs at least. That's still okay. There you go. There's that length. Wonder what they can do on this pitch to sort of, I don't know, flatten it out just a bit. There is just this certain spot where it either shoots through or shoots up. You get the heavy roller out overnight. Well, swatted away, should be out. Chambers drops it for 4. And yeah, you can see he's disappointed, flicks his hat off. He made good ground to his left, but he's a good fielder. He'll be disappointed he didn't hold on to that. Just popped out and one bounce 4. Swatted away. Good ground to his left. Put in the dive late. Just off your camera there. Good effort. Oh, play and miss. So, question in the poll in the chat. What's going to come first? 10 wickets or 10 overs? Or the dot? See the dot's got 17%. 2 balls left in this one. Got to get it straight if he wants a wicket. Nope, that's going to be another wide. I see your message there, Chris Smith. Try saying that after a couple of beverages. That's the whole point. I will not be having a couple of beverages, Chris. As I mentioned today, I went on a massive hike up a mountain, and I'm feeling it. Whoa, I'm really feeling it. I ran out of water and got a bit lost, but it was a lot of fun. That's pulled away into leg side. Still for another dot ball. Yeah, so we're in these beautiful mountain regions around Coimbra, and there's a lot of walkways and trails. So I packed my bag this morning, left quite early. Left at about 8:30 a.m. and didn't get back till early afternoon. Very fun indeed. Long day. And that should be a dot ball to finish the over. It might be buys. Keeper has a stumble. So will be buys. Bit of a crazy sort of over, that one. Difficult to surmise, but we're getting to the crescendo of this. We'll have a quick look at that scorecard. It's 43 for 5 after 6. And yeah, Garesh Singh, he bowled 3 players out. And when you do that, you're probably getting close to man of the match. You add in his cameo. He's had a very good day. So 94 required of 24. Probably need to touch on that we are getting close to that magical time of night where it's dinner chat, and dinner is getting extremely close, which is exciting for everyone involved. Hit hard down the ground, but it's going to be safe. Get another play and miss. So I like Ula as an off-spinner. He seems to have a bit more control than when he used to bowl pace. Offers a bit of variety to the attack. And picks up a wicket. And here comes the standard celebration. Technically, is that a send-off? I don't know. Either way, I don't like it, but he gets himself a second wicket. Full straight, you miss, I hit. Another bowled. And yeah, something for Lisbon Capitals to go back to the drawing board. The stumps have been disturbed quite a lot in this innings. And at 44 for 6, this game is meandering out. It's over. It would take a nigh on Christmas miracle for them to come back into this. So 44 for 6. Looks like people in the poll chat were guessing that the 10 wickets will come first before the 10 overs. Depends how they go about the batting. If they're just going to push it around, that makes it more difficult. Muller's got nice figures himself, 2 for 9 currently. Wow, look at that takeoff. The off-spinner gets in the short ball. Probably one for the over, really. That shot up. That's that funny patch. Right on it. It's the thing is as well, it's on a perfect length for the right arm bowler. If you keep hitting it there, And have every chance of wickets or dot balls getting past the bat. Flights this one up, and well, he went shopping for a ball. Thought he'd try and get cute, flight one up, and he cost the ultimate price. I won't see him celebrate that. That's been hit into another universe. 6 runs, and that does bring up the 50. Went shopping, flights it up, gets greedy, and copped that. That's exactly what you deserve for bowling that fruit. So it has to go. 51 for 6 after 7. So it looks like fan favourite, the big Swede Ulla, that's going to come into the attack. You can see why he's a fan favourite. Old Swede gets a good catch taken this time by Chambers, who runs forward and takes a nice catch. A little bit of a tumble at the back end, and that's how you hold them. It was in the air for quite some time, but he made good ground running forward. It's an innocuous looking delivery, short and wide, but he pulled it straight. And here comes Chambers just on your screen there. Gets down low, nice professional catch. He's a good fielder, and good fielders don't drop 2 in a row. So, Swede Ulla, number 77, gets a wicket off his first ball. Usually when you say someone's got a good Swede, it means a good head, good hairdo, and you can see he does. Interesting to see that he's got Matthews on the back of his shirt as well, probably a nickname. It's top edge now, and well, it's going to land in no man's land. They'll just settle for the single. So 2.4 overs remaining in this one before we go get ourselves a spot of dinner. We've heard good things about the food here, so pretty exciting. There you go, there's that lavish bounce. And the fans want excitement. You're getting it right now because Swede Ulla is landing it on an absolute dime. Look at it, perfect hairdo, flowing along. Nickname Matthews on the back. Probably a personal joke. There's the umpire telling him to get off the pitch. And now he's saying free hit. I don't even know what for, but must have been the keeper reaching forward. So we get a random free hit thrown in there. And he just pushes it to the offside. That's really good cricket because you don't want to risk getting out off the free hit. So he just blocks it into the offside, and cricket education 101 comes through. And then he goes for the slog off the ball that you can get out on and gets dropped. And is that Greenshields? Oh, you betcha. Well, that's going to be on the highlights reel. If the social media people are listening, please clip that. That's Conrad Greenshields with an absolute goober. And we'll never forget this moment. The man that thinks he still has it at 38 years old, that is horrific fielding. And he should walk himself off the field head in hands. How embarrassing. More exciting was that I like that Patel chose to slog the non-free hit but blocked the free hit as the keeper takes a tumble, and this game really starts to get to that Benny Hill stage. But Conrad Greenshields, my word. A couple of people asking what's for dinner. I don't know. Last night was a bit of a chicken and rice. It's pretty delicious actually. Flight it again and see you later. Anios Pelota, 6 runs. As that is mosey on down the ground. A little bit of a personal highlight as the graphics freak out for a quick moment, and another over is complete. And right now, if you're the Porto Wanderers, it's time to get guys that can come on and just bowl 12 balls nice and quickly. Swede Ulla got a bit crafty there for himself, the old Swede. Floated that one outside the off stumping, pays the ultimate price. And that's good from Stuart in the chat, saying guessing Corey's dinner will be a Haribo and a Red Bull. could desperately go a Red Bull at the moment. I have to admit I'm flagging. I overdid it today on the hike. Went too far. Got carried away at the animal sanctuary as well. And it's hard to put energy into what can be best described as a dead rubber now. It is over. And that wide down the leg side is going to add insult into injury as they go back to the magician man, Harry Potter himself, Abaga Haduage. Seriously sounds like one of those spells that, you know, could probably transform a student to a frog. Abaga Haduage. And he beats the bat now. And all we need here, this is where, look, people watching right now, tell me what you think about the mercy rule. Because this, for me, as soon as the required rate's above 40, you just go, guys, it's been good fun. Time to hit the sheds. What is it now? 40.9. And I just think, for the purpose of this company, look, he's blocking it and pushing a single. For me, this should be white flag time. And that, if we got enough white flag time, Robot, you could probably squeeze another game in. And I know everyone in Switzerland at the office love trying to pump out the games. So if we start doing the mercy rule, I mean, we're waiting right now for a man to fix his pad and put his gloves on when they need 44.4 and over. You've got to be pulling your hair out, surely. 74 off 10. Mercy rule, bring it in. Yep, hit hard and one. Just a single. You just, and I think for the mercy rule as well, it's just it's proper traditional white flag gets waved from Tyrone Peters up in the box. He just waves it out, and all the players just shake hands, and everybody gets that extra 20 minutes. It'd be inventive. It would change the game, and we could actually then bring the next game forward. Dream 11 will accommodate that, I'm sure. 64 for 7 as we just watch another block into the offside. And, well, the Patels must be loving the time on the air just to work some singles and build their confidence. This is like the old proverbial, this is like we're at the dentist right now. And it's never a good time when you're at the dentist, because if I don't see a slog soon, I'm pulling the plug. There we go. That's better. Okay, now we're talking. 73 plus Chinese dinner in Malaga. I'm going to go... No, I think it will be 73 plus. Give me 75, you've got a deal. Last ball of the 9th. Towed away. Don't tell me that's going to go for 4. Yeah, it does. So that will end the 9th over. The score has gone around at 69 for 7. I can see a lot of people chatting about food, and that's one thing that can always get me a little bit excited. I could go some jelly beans, actually, a bit of sugar. I've got one for you. What is everybody's optimum jelly bean? Now, for me, it's the green one, followed by a surprise favourite, the black jelly bean. A little bit of licorice sort of flavour to it. Big fan. As it looks like Swede, the big Swede, is going to come on a bowl. The 10th. I'm going to go 78 and under. Now, what do I know? Not much, apparently, because that is laced. 6 runs, and, well, they start celebrating massively on the side, and you can understand why, because they've brought the asking rate down to the 62s. It was Swede gets a little bit straight, and will be disappointed. So that's hit away for 6. So 75 for 7. That's going to be short, wide, and that's everything we need right now is a wide. 76 for 7. 5 balls remaining. Oh no, we're going to need side on here, aren't we? No, it's been a shake of the head, so we won't even check it. I like that. I reckon he was probably safe anyway. We'll be able to maybe tell from our front on camera. Foot's out there. And it's back. Yep, fair enough. 4 balls remaining. inside part of the bat. That'll just be a single. So you get down to the last 3 balls. Tell me, everyone else in the chat, what are you guys having for dinner out there? I'll give you a full dinner report. I think I'm back on the air in about 20 minutes. I'm gonna jog over to the little dugout over there. 77 for 7. All the 7s. 3 remaining. Flight it up, and that should be out. Swede. Swede. Sweet, 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 sweet. He's pretty happy. The man with the best hair you'll ever see. Picks up a second. And he'll be happy with that. Flights it up, goes shopping, and wins the prize. Gets himself some good fantasy points there with the caught and bowled. And takes 90 seconds more out of my dinner time. Pretty upsetting. Stuart in the chat. Haven't eaten jelly beans for about 15 years, but I seem to recall the cherry ones were good. Highly respected the red jelly bean. Also, I can't remember those, I think they're the tiny jelly beans, the Beanie Babies. They were good. Stuart asking, have I been on my own all day? Yes, I have. I got lost on a mountain on my own. Got lost on the walk back on my own, and now I'm sitting on my own. So, I don't know if that's a me thing or... Yeah, not sure. Jai comes in with a controversial comment. We'll be getting onto that as another Patel comes out. Must be weird to play with so many Patels in one team. And Jai says, I'm outwardly a jelly bean avoider, not a fan. Well, that sums up you, Jai. That is not good enough. Almost the same as the Palantir. Not good enough. Too confusing for me. Last ball of this game. 59 required, 354. Can they do it? Please don't be a wide. Good. Hit. Got to get down. He won't get down. Let it go for 4. It doesn't matter because they have been demolished. 55 runs as Porto Wanderers have got themselves a win here. Swede flights it up, cut away, 4 runs. Thanks for coming. Let's race through these highlights because we've got about a 20-minute turnover, I reckon, until it's these two teams playing again. And if you like Back to the Future, you probably liked Back to the Future 2 as well. So that's why these two teams will come up again. As you can see, good sportsmanship from everyone out there. Shakes of the hands. And it's dinner time. Exciting time, really. Let's have a quick look at those highlights. Junaid, well, he came in and he rattled some feathers. That one would have sent many people to the morgue, but because he had the helmet on, he's okay. And then it was the Singh show. Girish, he's my player of the match. He took 3 wickets for 4 runs. He also made a classy 29 not out. He had a great time. The fielding was good. Directs were happening all over. And, well, Lisbon Capitals at this stage probably were thinking, why are we playing this game? It's been tough for us. And you can imagine they'll have to go to the drawing board to get back into the evening fixture. The wickets just kept going. There's Conrad Greenshields in the background. He had one of the drops of the Millennium coming up. Hopefully we got that on the highlights reel. This was Ulla who came into bowl and also got the ball to go underground a couple of times. There's the over-the-top celebration. I think that should be outlawed. I'd like to see Tyrone Peters get even stricter. There's that one also. Here it comes. And then it was Swede time. Oh, Swede, oh, Swede, oh, Swede. He picked up his first, caught by Chambers out there. And the second off his own bowling. Got himself some nice fantasy points. This was the drop. This was the highlight. Look at that. Oh.
This European Cricket Network event is proudly brought to you by HCL Software and Bizaway.
Lisbon Capitals to call.
Tails.
Tails is the call. It's a hit.
We go bat first.
Back to you, Corey.
चले आओ माइन यार आज होतो तो मैंने छोड़िया जो next time someone ये विकेट है तेरी समर्थ ब्रो शाबाश चल समझ कवर कर बॉय समझ समझ देखिए ध्यान रख दिया ठीक है गयो बोल यार समझ
All right, let's give this a go. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me out there, because I believe a couple little technical issues, but we've gotten through that. And if you've only just joined us, apologise for that. We had some background music that was hanging around as well, but give us a thumbs up if you can hear us out there. And that will be the first over complete. The score is 15 for none. And I know a lot of people out there were worried that I had passed out and fallen asleep, and don't you worry, I was sitting here talking into the abyss, not realising no one could hear me. So that was 5 balls of the greatest commentary you've ever heard, just wasted. But anyway, focusing on the game, it's been chaos to start. 15 off the first, over number 2. That's hit in the air, and that might go for 4, you know. It does, and it just shows you the Lisbon Capitals need to get some fielding practice under their belt, because they actually bowl in okay areas, but the runs just seem to flow, and this was a missed field. As soon as it was punched into the gap, stayed pretty low. It's a fair shot. It goes away for 4. Good to see Jeffrey McGrath in the chat. Chris Smith, thank you for trying to wake me up, but I was awake. Just nestled in my commentary cube. Ah, that is hit so hard. Oh, right on the end of the kneecap. Just the one, though. So just the one. I hope everyone had a good little dinner break there. I know it was a quick turnaround, 20 minutes until we got back into this game. That's an underneath edge and no run there. But yeah, quick little dinner break. Thank you to everyone here in Portuguese cricket. A little bit of chicken schnitzel for dinner, and if they can still hear me, I reckon I could go another one. Don't be afraid to mosey on over. Sensational effort from everyone involved. I hope everyone else had a good break and ready for this one. Can Lisbon Capitals start to turn it on? Almost. That's another slow ball into the pitch, and Chambers just seems to have lost a bit of confidence on how to bat on this wicket. He started really good in the previous game and lost his way a little bit, and also here. And another slowish delivery, and that's just going to be hit straight back for another dot. And Deku just rolling his fingers across them, pretty slow cutters. He's bowled 3 on a row. About 4 in a row. Miles in the air. No way. No way. Yes, he does. What a good catch. After so many dropped catches and missed opportunities, they hold on to one. And it surprises the masses here, who are ecstatic in the stands. It's Samarth Patel. I didn't give him a Scooby of a chance. They've been dropping some sitters. Not this time. Holds on to it. And even though there's a big ball of hydrogen shining down on him, he takes it pretty confidently in that beautiful purple hat. And the score now is 20 for 1. So 20 for 1 as new man Conrad Greenshields comes out to the crease. Good luck to him. I'm sure he's looking to have another good innings here. Chris Smith in the chat just reminding Jeffrey Maguire what I got up to today. It was extremely hot today, I can tell you that. Might have got lost in the mountains and highly regret it as we have a look at the table. 10 apiece for Gamblers and Marlow. And then you've got 4 apiece for the 3 teams at the bottom. So this is quite a big game. Porto Wanderers have played 1 extra though compared to the Knights and 2 extra compared to the Capital. So they'll want another win here. Yeah, very warm day out here in Portugal. It's been plus 30 throughout. But lovely conditions now as the sun starts to set. Dart to bowl the 3rd. Shot. Yeah, that's going to hit the side screen or above. Nice hitting there from Junaid Khan, who gets 6 more runs to his trouble. Dart just a bit of military medium pace, isn't it? Into the pitch and it sits up perfectly. And just swats it down the ground, baseball style. That is a proper home run. I do love that baseball shot come into cricket in the last few years, hitting it dead straight. Instead of going too left and right of your screen with it, players try and just flat pat it dead straight these days. That's a nicer shot. That is 6 more. So Dart just doesn't have that pace to worry the batters here. And well, Junaid Khan's enjoying himself now. He flat patted that first one. This one's a little bit more cricket style, conventional, over extra cover, long levers. And he gets himself 2 sixes in a row. Are we on for something special? So back-to-back big ones for Junaid Khan. Can't make it 3 in a row as that just misses the off stump. Good response from Dart there. In the previous game, it was a little bit similar where they let the Wanderers get off to a flyer and then tried to pick him back, but just couldn't do it. That one's off the toe end, and they'll just walk through for a single. So Greenshields has got himself on strike now, and only made 48 in the previous game. Looked good, had a little bit of luck, but batted pretty well. They'll want to get him out early. Oh, that one bursts off the surface and wraps him on the gloves. A little bit of yes-no, and now they might try and sneak through for an overthrow. And here comes the throw now at the keeper's end, and they'll get through for 1. So just the 1 run in the end. As it looks like we're going to go onto the side on camera, which is ridiculous because he's in by a mile, I reckon. Here we go. So let's have a look as I juggle around the headsets, and looks like there might be a slight injury. As you can see, all happening on your screens there, and I cannot believe we've called for the 3rd umpire there. That is horrific umpiring. Who's at square? Is it Gert? Come on, Gert. No, he's in by about 4 metres. So it does look like someone's taken a tumble out there, and unless there's some magic spray, this might be dangerous. They're going to need someone. There's Gert there on his walkie-talkie. Loves using it all the time, I reckon. But yeah, it does seem like there's been an injury. As Chris asked me a question in chat, have I seen the medium paces first over from the 2nd innings of the last game? No, I haven't. In Czech Republic, I haven't been able to catch too much of that series. Unfortunately, didn't have a great reception at the top of the mountain today. It looks like we've moved on from that little injury. We're back to it. Khan's back on strike. 26 off 9. Last ball this 3rd over. Hit hard down the ground. Should be caught, actually, and is caught. There you go. It was full straight. It was probably in the slot to be taken away over the rope, but just didn't get the elevation, did Junaid Khan. He'll be disappointed. Both innings today, he showed good signs, but didn't play a big innings, which he would have loved. It was there to go, but the bat just twisted in his hands a little bit. And another wicket will go. And maybe that's going to be a steadier for the Lisbon Capitals. 34 for 2 after 3.
पॉइंट से बाहर
34 for 2. As it looks like we're going to get into, well, Khan will bolt this 4th over. Osama Khan probably has the biggest disparity between length of run-up and pace that I think I've seen in European cricket so far. Extremely long run-up. Must have been something he's done most of his life. It was a couple metres outside the inner ring. Quite remarkable. And he's got some pace as it's high in the air, and Greenshields gets away with it. And then he flicks it behind himself for 4. Well, what special fielding that is from Shan Ali, who turns it on. A little bit of Harlem Globetrotters style. He says, look, I'm not going to let you get 4 runs too easily. I'm going to do it myself. Watch this. Ball gets away from him and he goes, whoop, there you go. He doesn't know where he's flicked it, and that is cricket IQ 101. And if the Harlem Globetrotters are watching, sign that man up. So it looks like Khan, who hits him on the glove, decides to come around the wicket the second ball. Interesting. That'll be wide, and they might scamper through for 1. No, they won't. So 39 for 2 here. This game still has similar feels to the previous game as well. Lisbon Capitals just can't be so sloppy in the field. As Conrad Greenshields plays what could be best described as a Kendall Cup shot. Just a back foot defensive. Big game for both these teams, stuck in that lower part of the table. Both want to get moving the right way. Shot of the day from Conrad Greenshields. That's a little bit more textbook, a little bit of width, and he just opens the blade, puts his hands through it and gets it away for 4. It's a half volley, but you still got to pump it, and that's exactly what he does. Nobody moved, and 4 runs to the total. And once again, Porto Wanderers. I was going to say Wanderers. It is the Porto Wanderers. They've got off to a good start. 43 now of 3.3. Oh, there's that pitch. Every now and then it just goes tennis ball trampoline bounce, and that's one of those examples. Look at this takeoff off a decent length. Bang, that is reared up a lot. Can't do much about that besides let it go past you and be thankful that it didn't hit you. So 43 for 2. And that goes the opposite way. Well, there you go. That's a great example of how 2 balls can act differently. This is why cricket can be such a tough sport when you compare it to baseball, where the ball doesn't bounce. If it bounces here, anything can happen. And one that's shot up and one that's shot low. And that one's been shot into the abyss. So that one doesn't have any variable bounce. It gets pulled away for 6. And once again, Porto Wanderers now are 49 for 2 off 4. And they're on their way to another big score. This one, no variable bounce, just sits up perfectly, easy to put away, and is put away. It's a funny old pitch when it doesn't have any variable bounce or anything different. And it does sit up, and it is a nice batting track. And with that, Werman tracking the right way for Porto. They'll be happy. Jeffrey McGuire got for us in the chat. No, I will not be playing in a tournament in the middle of September, Jeffrey. I'm happily retired. I don't have any energy left after today, especially to play some cricket. Happy to commentate it though. So 49 for 2. Looks like Patel will continue, has 1 for 5 at the moment. As they look for a sneaky stumping, but not going to be given out there. So dot ball to start this over. You sort of feel this is an important part of the game here. If Lisbon Capitals don't take some wickets of this top order, they might be chasing in that 130s again. 49 for 2. Slower ball, and that's just going to be a single out there. So that's going to bring the 50 up in good time. As Sweetula gets himself off the mark. And right now, it's Greenshields who's the informed bat today. He's looked really comfortable at the crease, and he'll be enjoying his time here. He might try and launch this over the leg side. He tries, and he hits it well, and he gets himself 4 for his trouble. And having a look at that field, yeah, only 3 men on the leg side, so it's a bit of a gamble to have that field, and then he bowls it very straight. So what are you meant to do? Impossible to stop. There's Greenshields on strike again, and jars that one out to backward point, and a bit of yes, no, maybe, but they'll get through for a single. So 55 for 2 here, and once again, that platform is set, isn't it? They could really explode here and get themselves up to a score that's going to be more than competitive. That's what they'll want. They want to go 2-0 tonight. Oh, close, real close, gone. And you can understand why. The moment it hit him, it just felt like you could see 3 reds. It was full, it was straight, and it hits on the back leg. So that is out. That is just out. It's hitting leg stump. Krut Patel is having a barnstormer of a tournament. Umpire of the season. And that was plumb all she wrote. Another wicket will go down, and, well, good to see Lisbon Capitals fighting hard. Last ball of this 5th over. Once again, I want to say thank you to everyone at Portuguese Korea looking out for us with their dinners, and been very good hosts so far. Always a good time out here in Portugal. So wicket goes. It's time for Harry Potter. Looking forward to this. Abaga Haruage. The special spell comes out. And he's gone. Well, abracadabra, you've got to go. And 2 in 2. Patel's going to finish with fantastic little figures here of 3 for 11. Unfortunately, he won't get his hat-trick delivery. That'll be a little bit disappointing. But 3 wickets is special. And he gets in the slow ball. And I believe for Abaga Haruage, that is a king pair tonight. Got a golden duck in the previous game, I believe. Golden duck here. And that is tough. That is one of those days where you got to wonder why you play the sport you love. 5 overs gone. Score is 55 for 4. As Samarth Patel looks like he's going to come into the crease. So we've got 55 for 4 here. Five overs remaining. With Green Shields there, you still feel that the score could easily balloon out to 120. He sort of becomes the key in this innings, but Garesh Singh, who's joined him, also batted really well in that first game this evening. Nice sounding drive, but that should just be a one out to the sweeper. So 56 for 4 here. Garesh Singh, man of the match in that previous game. Can he repeat the dose? I'm sure he'll be wanting to or trying to. Well bowled, gets it up there full. No one there until the misfield, and now there is a misfield. Oh, it almost hits the stump. So another one as he gets himself off the mark. Good to see Chris Smith and Chas saying he had a lovely dinner as well. 57 for 4. I wonder what's for dessert for most of the people out there. I could go with jelly bean. I feel like jelly beans. Ever since it got brought up, I want a green one and a black one. Absolutely delicious. Green Shields again blocks that into the leg side. 57 for 4. As the players have been playing through the heat. It's been a hot day. I can tell you it's been a very hot day out here in Portugal. Or the day that you want to forget your amenities. That's a play and miss, and well, the keeper misses it as well, so they'll sneak through for a bye, but not easy. You can understand why. Yeah, it's been a scorching day all day. That sun is starting to set now, so just getting a little bit cooler here for the players out there in the middle. So 58 for 4. 2 balls remaining in this 6th over. There's one of them that's sort of skewed away to the leg side. 59, one more. Garesh Singh trying his best. Green Shields also is the key. If he does bat the rest of the overs, they'll get themselves up to a pretty competitive total. As you can see, the shadows just coming over the middle of the wicket now. That sun setting on the left of your screen. That is hit high in the air. Could be caught, could be 6. It'll be 6. Nice shot from Green Shields. It was a half volley, but you've still got to put it away. And he does exactly that. And it goes for 6. And nice batting indeed. Gets it away. 6 runs. And 65 for 4 of 6. So 27 off 13 for Green Shields. Really is looking like the man of the hour. Jeffrey Maguire saying wine gums are superb. That's also a good shout. There's always plenty of sweets needed on a cricket field. I know a lot of cricketers love to put sweets in their pocket and then run onto the field. Let me know in the chat if there's any cricketers out there that used to go onto the field and take some sweets in their pocket. I remember what I used to take on the field. Always very good indeed. Killer pythons. Now, I don't know if many people know what they are. It's not the legitimate killer python, but they were the best little treat that you could take onto the field and then share with your teammates if you're a good person. As Khan comes back and Khan gets hit away. That should be just the one, but you never know. And it's a misfield and they'll just settle for the one. Yeah, I was a big fan of taking a couple of lollies and some sweets in the pockets and after a tea break. And then if you had some good teammates, you had your favourite teammates. So you'd usually just pull out a couple of killer pythons and you'd pass them on. And if you're not too sure what they are, look them up on Google. Killer pythons are an Australian sort of, lolly, a sweet. Very good. Good for energy. That is inside edge and will just be a single. Definitely could have used some of that energy today. Yeah, if you've only just tuned in, might have got lost today up the top of a mountain and maybe was a little bit irresponsible with who I was texting at what time and might have forgotten and then got back a little bit late. I have to admit, my calf muscles haven't recovered yet. I'm a little bit worried for the jog home tonight. It's going to be under the ground, and there goes 4 byes. Well, I said my legs are tied. You have to wonder if the keeper's legs are tied, because that's gone straight through Rana Singh, And you can see he's saying, well, what am I meant to do about that? The ball lands directly in front of him and takes a bit of a U-turn. Watch this. Boom. You can't do much about that. Not easy. That'll go away for. Look at him look at the ground. Kicks the turf. Looked like a man that was in one of those crime shows up against the wall, holding the number 4. And wanted to be the innocent one. But he wasn't innocent. Yeah, it's well bowled. And that's going to be... No, it's going to be a wide. It's actually too short, so Khan's disappointed. That's going to be wide. And that's one more run to the total. But out of the whip. Irresponsible today. Top of the mountain. Yeah, got home safely in the end. Got down to the cricket as quick as I could. Yeah, probably will have to run home tonight. Important phone calls to make, that's for sure. Couple balls left in this over. Another play and miss. Oh, and he misses it again. Oh, no. And he'll go for a bye. And Khan, the bowler, is a little bit upset with his keeper. But what are you meant to do about it? It's not easy out there. Almost as if those pads are actually holding him back. We have 74 for 4 now. Or 73 for 4. Greenshield's going to try stand nice and still. And hit this one over the leg side for 6, isn't he? Oh, play and miss. Better keeping. It's going to be given a wide. Khan's having a tough time of it. I feel for him because it is a hot day and the last thing you want to do is be on your feet all day. And if he keeps running in from this distance, he'll be a tired boy in about an hour's time, as it is 8 PM local. So still another hour to go in this Wednesday night. Is it Wednesday night? I think it's Wednesday. Only 6 nights to go. 6 sleeps. That's nicely timed out to the offside. Oh, no. Well, it's atrocious fielding. And it goes for 4. And you have to wonder what is going on out here for the Lisbon Capitals. That ball was just rolling away. Didn't look too dangerous. Just pushed into the gap. And watch this for fielding. Oh, no. Didn't get down in time and it goes into the rope. So 4 runs. And you can understand the frustration out there for the players involved. Trying their best, but the fielder's just not matching up. Flicked away, nice shot. That might be 4 as well. You know, it's watching it trickle across the carpet. It does go for another 4, so runs are coming now. 7 overs completed, and the score is 82 for 4. A little bit straight, nice shot, bottom hand as he whips it away. But yeah, let me know what everyone got up for to their day or what they got up to their evening. Not too sure what everyone does in there. Probably just sitting on the couch watching the European Cricket Network. I can't blame you. It's a good way to spend a night. And yeah, it's always fun. Games usually finish at about 9 PM and then I dare say a lot of people be going to bed. Not me. I'm doing the jog home. I'm running home tonight. I've got 2.5 Ks left in these legs and I've got a very important phone call and then I'll be back again tomorrow on the countdown. 6 sleeps to go. I do like a countdown. That means finals will be in 5 nights' time. There's Singh facing Patel. And oh yeah, thank you. It's a half volley, but he doesn't put it away. As it's just going to be a single. Just the one here. 83 now, 17 balls left in this first innings. Well, Greenshield's back on strike. You'd think he's going to want to have a piece of this. He tries, doesn't get it out the middle of the bat. And, oh no, not a misfield. You're kidding me. Oh, you're kidding me. Well, Lisbon Capitals, the fielding's been shocking today. And that's the one thing that's been difference between the teams. They just haven't fielded well. Look at this. This is rolling at about a snail's pace. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And now this is in the air. Can he catch it? You've got to catch it. Thankfully, he does catch it. And that might just take a little bit of pressure off them. Sometimes you wonder if they're playing a bit of baseball and they need some gloves and mitts out there, but not this time. Happy with his 2 hands. Conrad Greenshields, every time he goes for that ugly swipe across the line, he gets out. Probably needs to remember how to hit it through the V. But the score now goes to 87 for 5. And that is a big wicket. If they can take a couple more here, they'll still believe they're in this match. They definitely need it, that's for sure. You can see there on the keeper. It's a warm day. It's been a warm evening and the players are probably feeling it a bit. Definitely one of those days where you don't want to forget your water, that's for sure. Hydrate, kids out there. Always good to be organised, and I'm sure all these players are pretty organised. They've come a long way to play this game. It's pushed pretty respectfully into the offside and thrown in. Well, that's not organised, is it? That's unorganised, and well, they'll get back for another run. And these are the little things that you can't have happen. If you're an organised unit, that won't happen. Thankfully, I wouldn't know about the unorganised side, but good running in the end from these guys out there. They sneak an extra run. That'll be a wide, so that'll be another run onto the total. So they've got themselves to 90 now with 16 balls remaining. They're probably hoping for 115, 120. Pulled away, and 6. Another opportunity, I reckon, that's gone through his hands. So it's one of those days where you feel like they need the baseball mitt and just be standing and taking the catch right on the fence. And unfortunately, that goes for 6. So nice shot. 6 more runs to the total. And 6 again. That's a big full toss. So that's going to be another 6. So it's going to be 102 for 5. And unfortunately, the runs are getting away. 102 for 5. And I reckon that's going to be called over as well. Yeah, good call. It's been called over. Didn't get that one. So good call. We move on. 2 overs remaining here in this very first innings, and Patel just hasn't had a good day. So we have 102 for 5. Let's have a look here. 12 balls remaining. If you go to a ball, 126. They need to speed it up. We need this game to get going. Maybe it'll be an early finish in the second innings. Who knows? Dar comes back, and that's going to be hit down the ground. It'll be just a single. So 11 balls remaining. 2 a ball still gets them into that 120 mark. They'll be happy if they can get there. Play and miss. That's handy. That's what they need. They just need to be able to bowl consistently outside the off stump for a while. Don't give it away. It's 6 minutes on the clock, so they should be able to get through that pretty easily. In the air, and that should be... Oh, what's he doing there? Well, he totally misjudges it and ends up just sticking up one hand. And I have to say that the fielding efforts here from the Lisbon Capitals has been atrocious. They've dropped catches, they've thrown it wildly, and it's if they do go on to lose both games tonight, it's only because of their fielding. The bowling's been okay enough, they've got okay enough batters, but the fielding's been all over the place. And this should be stopped. Oh my word. Take them off the field. You've got to pull them off. The coach must be pulling his hair out right now. I understand it's warm and but it's only 10 overs. This went straight to him again. This might be the 4th one straight to a fielder. And I know it's not the easiest outfield, but you've got to get something behind it. Oh boy. Oh, will that be stopped? You know it won't be. That's going to go for 4, and it just adds a bit of insult to injury. When it rains, it pours, and Yeah, only 3 fielders on the leg side as well. So when you're bowling a slow full toss down the leg stump, you just have to catch up with it. And that's exactly what happens, and it goes away for 4. So 112 for 5 now. 1 ball remaining. And that's defended. Interesting shot decision from Guresh Singh, who blocks out the last ball of the 9th, and at the end of 9, the score is 112 for 5. So 112 for 5, still staring down the barrel of 125. Once again, they're going to end with Sunil Patel. They did this in the very first game this evening, bowling the slow bowler in the 10th, and it's high risk because he does seem to go in the 20s often. As that ball's picked up cleanly, and it's a big cheer from the masses. Once again, hit into the leg side. They'll think about 2 here, and well, with the fielding we've seen, might be able to try and take it on as throw comes in, and well taken by the keeper in the end. So 2 singles to start this last over. That's hit in the air. That should be caught. It is caught, so there's a bonus wicket right at the back end. Rajani is going to have to go. So another wicket will fall right at the back end. It takes a little bit more time. Low full toss. He'll be disappointed he didn't get that away. Just didn't get out in the middle of the bat. And a bonus wicket at the back end here for the Capitals. 114 for 6. 3 balls remaining. This new batter takes his time to get out there. Really eases his way to the middle. Still. Still not there. Tell you what, would have been close to the old 90 seconds there. So 3 balls remaining in this very first innings. Can Ullah get one out the middle? No, he can't. That's going to be a dot ball. Let's keep it. Oh, wow. Gert has taken his time and called it a wide. Okay, 3 balls remaining still. And now he gets that one for 6. So gets the wide, gets the next ball for 6, and yeah, good batting. Gets it away, and that takes him into the 120s. I think, yeah, the thing is, even though they're on 121, they'll be a little bit disappointed with the fielding because it could be on about 100 at the moment. That one's hit well into the offside, and that's going to go away for 4 as well. So a 6 and a 4. And this is why bowling the slower bowler right at the back end in the 10th over is always risky, because the runs can really float. And a 6 and a 4 does not help their cause at all, but you still feel they've given away 20 runs at least. So final ball, will they get to the 130s? Oh, they're going to have another chance, because that's a wide. So 126 now. And last ball of the 10th over. It looks like the presents have arrived, and that's going to be dot ball. So 126 for 6 off 10 overs. Bit of chaos cricket, and it seems like all the presents came at once for the Wanderers. 126 for 6. They'll be happy with that. Lisbon Capitals, they'll have to take a long, hard look at themselves, as it wasn't the innings they would have hoped for. Have a quick look at the highlights. And there's plenty happening. There was a couple of wickets, but the wickets were coming few and far between, it has to be said. There was a couple of missed opportunities that really could have changed the tide of this game. Junaid Khan, he was out, dismissed. Looked pretty good at the top. This was LBW, absolutely plumb. And well, some slower balls in there as well, picking up a couple of wickets. And Sunil, he did pick up the odd wicket or two, the big one of Conrad Greenshields, but overall there was a lot of damage done in between. Quick look at those scorecards now, and everyone sort of chipping in again. Conrad Greenshields was the star of the show. He made plenty as he did in the earlier game at 48. Also, one of the better batters here in Portugal. And the sun is starting to set on what has been another good day of cricket. Here's the batting scorecard now, followed by the bowling scorecard. As I'll jump off just a little bit early, and I'll be back in 10 minutes for the all-exciting run chase. Thank you.
This European Cricket Network event is proudly brought to you by HCL Software and Bizaway.
Hello and welcome back to Portugal. Beautiful part of the world, just like France. Looking forward to going there soon enough as well. I'm off there for a couple of days and I can't wait for a little bit of a holiday, as this is going to be an exciting one in the back end here because we've got a good game going on. And I had a couple of messages in the break. Plenty of cricket going on in Czech Republic around. I think we're off to Romania. I think we'll probably go to France again one day. I hope so. Would be very exciting as they are the ACL champs through. I think Portugal. I wonder who's going to come from their competition this year to the ECL next year. This man, Junaid Khan, very good fast bowler. Gets in the right areas. He'll be looking for early wickets. Now, if he can pick up an early wicket or two here, he'll get his team in the right mojo to defend this total. First ball. Well, redo that. It's probably going to be a wide down the leg side. So a lot of people in the chat at the moment are saying they think that it'll be an easy win for Porto Wanderers, but not necessarily. It's over the top, good running, and they should get two. Oh, they're only going to get one. That's a little bit surprising. He hit it over the top and got a little bit carried away with watching the ball. Didn't run the two, and they get a single. And it's good to see everyone in the chat. There we got Kitty Hunley, James Stewart, Rayan Ahmed, Little M, Ashraful Ferdus, and good to have everyone interacting here in the chat and enjoying their evenings as that's defended. Well, all I'll say is a lot of people in the chat, they're saying they think this one's over. I don't think so. You never know on this network what will happen. Oh, and I get it, in September, even better. So, in September is the ECC. September, I think, is going to be a very good month this year. Looking forward to the ECC soon. Oh, that's off the glove. Punches that down, and that will be a single. So, they're trying to come out here and be more aggressive, which I like. You've got to be. Just need to find a way to get some boundaries. Not easy against Junaid Khan, though. Oh, that really bounces, comes off the glove, and they'll only be able to get a single in the end. So, 4 singles to start. No boundaries just yet. That'll be a little bit worrying for them. See, that's the type of delivery you just can't miss out on, and it's been signalled a no ball. Interesting, so I think that'll be for the second one above the shoulder. So anyway, that's going to be a no ball. That will give Huda a chance of a free hit. Nice shot, straight to Conrad Greenshields though. So that will turn into a dot ball. Good to see Conrad hit that one. So that's 5 off 5 this over so far. Last ball of this first over. No, I put the kibosh on him. Really well kept, actually. Saves a couple of extra runs, and that easily could have gone away for a potential minimo. It's good keeping from the man there, Kanaka. Junaid Khan just trying to get out of this over without conceding a boundary. Nice shot, but They turned down the run. That's interesting. I think you've got to take every run available. It was a big shout of no. So at the end of 1 over, they're on 6 for none. 121 required of 54. As we have a look at what is coming up. And, well, match 52 tomorrow, Prague Barbarians versus Vinaradi. And Vinny Sandu will be there to bring you home in that match 52. And then all the way up into the evening, the Barbarians again playing United. This is us tomorrow night. Marlow will be back playing Coimbra Knights in that doubleheader. Looking forward to seeing those games. We're seeing he's been blocked into the offside by Dar, and direct hit, but pretty sure he's safe. And Kru Patel says thank you very much. He's in by a mile. Good umpiring. I think right now, Lisbon Capitals, 7 off 7. Something has to give here. I know it's not easy, but they need to find a couple of boundaries in the power play. Otherwise, it's going to get way too difficult for that middle order. Swings in and going down the leg side. I think that might be leg buys. Yep, it is signalled leg buy. So a little bit of late swing there for Grish Singh, who doesn't swing the ball too much in the previous game. It's a bit cooler now. That sun is just starting to set. Takes its time out here. It's 8:25 PM local time. Still plenty of sun. That's going to be a wide, and they should sneak a run there. Look, if you go, there's a 1. These are the little things that Lisbon Capitals need to just work on. Pushed away to the offside, and there's a misfield and they don't run. So, yeah, you got to wonder that sometimes they're just maybe a little bit too cautious in their running and maybe cautious in some of their stroke play. And they're 9 off 9 balls and you have to go at 13.8 and over. That one, that's a better shot. There we go. Goes with the bounce and he gets that away for 6. Boy, did they need that. Nothing was really going their way. It was a shortish ball and just going over the leg stump. And yeah, nice shot. Gets it away comfortably. 6 runs. Yeah, swept away this time. That's better now. They're starting to look a little bit more proactive as well, Shub takes on the rope and the ball. That'll go away for 4. So a 6 and a 4, and that's a little bit better. That's exactly what they needed. Slow, straight, and swept away. There's Shub, takes it in the shoulder. Good fielding. Can he go again? Back yourself. Don't stop now. That's well pushed again, but that'll just be a dot ball. So 2 overs are complete, and the score is 19 for none. 8 overs left in the day's play. Plenty of work to do, but they're not out of it just yet. We have a look at that table, and as you can see, locked at the bottom. Unfortunately, one of these 2 teams will be at the bottom at the end of the night. Well bowled from Khan. Outside off, just beating bat. Always see him bowling those 2 overs in the power play. Not the type of bowler that bowls too much at the depth. Huda, 1 of 7. Nice looking stroke, and well, that might come past me out here. It almost does. It's going to be 4 runs, and he desperately needed that. That takes him to 5 off 8. That one was over pitched and gets that one away for 4. Needed boundary. So 23 now. Are they starting to track in the right direction? Nice looking drive again, but picks out the man. So this is where the running between the wickets that's been ignored is starting to hurt them. That should always be a single. The fielder's on the ring. It seems like Huda, it's either a boundary or dot. 5 off 9. If he doesn't hit more boundary soon, I think I'd be retiring him. 5 off 10. At what stage do you think that's the right call to say, it's just not your day? We've got maybe someone else out there that can get away. Striking at 50. The team needs 104 off 7.2. I know it might sound harsh, but this T10 fixture and T10 format's completely different. See that there? That's not okay. Just looking to push that gently into the offside. There's 2 balls left in the power play. You have to be trying to power hit that or hit it hard. And these tentative strokes just dig that hole a little deeper. Get the excavators out, because I do not see Lisbon Capitals coming back from this now. 103 off 7 overs. What are they doing? Why are they blocking it? Oh, they'll get a single, but question marks over the intento. And if this was a Spanish cricketer, I'd be pulling them off the field. It's not good enough. 25 off 3 in the power play. I still think a lot of players in this T10 format a little bit overly cautious. They need to be finding a way to get some boundaries. A second over was okay, but you look at those 2 overs off Junaid Khan, they were just happy to see him off, and in this format, you can't fall so far behind. And they are big time behind now. They're going to need someone to play a special innings as the field spreads. Singh to bowl his second. There we go. That's more like it. Gets on one knee and whacks it away for 6. That's what we need to see from the Lisbon Capitals. Brave batting, taking the game on. That's exactly what he does. He makes something of nothing. He shuffles across, gets down on a knee and just trusts himself. That's exactly what we need to see. We need to see that shot attempted a few more times. Hit the 6 off the first ball, turn it into a massive over. Tries, don't mind it, but just an execution thing. They probably miss out on another run. That one bouncing quite a bit, makes it difficult for the shot, but the running between the wickets is something they can control. Still a long way to go in this. Oh, well, that just shoots up, and he's actually lucky to get his glove on that. That just reared up disgustingly. That is so dangerous. How, I don't know, someone's surely got to try and sort this out. You can't have a ball off a length like that jumping up at that height. Someone's going to get seriously hurt eventually. But who am I? I'm just a commentator. Haven't seen too much cricket before, so... Hit hard down to ground, and it might be time for Huda to Huda off the field. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to get going. He's 7 off 12 with the boundary in there. So really, he's made 3 off the extra 11 deliveries. Yeah, just not his day with the bat. Dar, though, 21 off 11. His strike rate's okay. Pulled viciously. And big Swede out there does really well. He's able to keep that to 1. He'll be able to keep the strike if Huda... I don't think I'm running this ball. This might be one of those ones where Huda hits a boundary. If he doesn't, he might have to go. He really needs a boundary now. Can't be striking anywhere near under 100. Oh, he's trying, and that's fine. Don't mind him trying, but it's just not his innings at the moment. Another over complete. The score is 4 overs bowled, 34 for none. So you can see that worm. They're trying to get it to go in the right way. It's just tracking the wrong way, really. They need a big spike here. They need it to pick up quite quickly. 33 matches since a golden ball. Will we get one in this game? It doesn't feel like it at the moment, but I've been surprised before. 93 now off 36. What can Dar do? Mulder's going to come in with his right arm quick off spin. Hit in the air. That could be caught though. And it's dropped. Unfortunately, made pretty good ground to it. Did Pramal Rajani. He got 2 hands to the ball, but unfortunately just didn't stick in the mitts. In the end, you could say he saved 4. It was a good effort, but I think he'll be a little bit disappointed that he doesn't hold on to it in the end because he did get 2 hands to it. Good to see him throwing his body on the line, though. Huda, boundary. Got to get it. Should have got it, and got it. That's good enough. It hasn't been his innings so far, but maybe the tide will turn. It wasn't exactly out the middle, but he got it just enough on the leg side. That's the shortest boundary here. And sat up just high on the bat, but lofts it perfectly into the stands. 6 runs. So it looks like that ball might have actually got lost out there. So they'll be looking for that underneath the stand somewhere. So another ball's going to be thrown onto the field in quick time. High in the air, doesn't get it. That's probably going to be 1. They'll think about 2, it's not on. And they'll just settle for the 1 in the end. So still no wickets down in the wickets column. That's the one thing. They have a license. Every 33 balls left in this innings, you've got to be trying to hit 33 sixes. Everyone in this team has a license here to really try and explode. These odd dot balls that happen just make it oh so difficult. 85 off 32. It's not over yet, but it's a lot of work to be done. Short, doesn't get it. Need to get that away. Swede doing the fielding out there. He's got a cannon of an arm and just fizzes that into the keeper. So just a 1 again. I know it does look pretty, the 43 for none, but I desperately need a 6. Not going to hit that for 6. Well bowled. Jarred out for a single, so not a bad over. 10 and over doesn't really hurt Porto Wanderers. 44 for none after 5. 5 overs left in this Wednesday evening. Can they play a bit of a Houdini act and get these remaining runs? 83 required off 30. It's been a long old Wednesday. Looks like fan favourite Swede Ulla, S-W-E-E-D. He's got a good Swede on him as well. Look at that hairdo, fantastic. And he's going to come in for some little right arm off spinners. doesn't start the right way. That's a better shot. It's on the hip. He gets it away for 6. Hooter, has he woken up? Hopefully. He gets a 6 off the first ball he overhit. This is the over you feel. Can they turn this into a magical over? They need 20 runs plus off 1 over at least. He's got 6 off 1. Might be a good matchup versus the right arm off spin. He's faced 17 balls, so he should be in. And you've got Dar, who's faced 15 balls. It's time for these two to rock it. Or bold, actually. Slow, 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 and wide. I mean, he can catch up to it, but he can't get any power. Time for Dar. That's 7 off 2. Whoa. What is that? Ridiculous batting. Really poor. You can't be blocking balls into the offside now for ones. You have to be going. Can't get a boundary if you're just going to block a 1. That's better intent. Gets a little bit of luck and will get away from the fielder. That's the single. At least there, if you're trying to hit a boundary, you might get some luck. You might skew it away for 4, but you cannot be pushing balls into the offside now. It has to be aggressive batting or you're going to fall short. You need 17 and over. See, that's still a 1. At least he tried to hit it. Just feels that they've left their run a bit late here. It's going to take a pretty fantastic finish from the Lisbon Capitals if they're going to get there. 10 wickets in hand, 25 deliveries remaining tonight. Can they pull a Houdini act? Very high. That's going to be not out. Probably leg byes. Will be leg byes. Watch this. It was the quicker one from Sweetie. Darted in there, but high outside the line. Couple of things wrong with that. And that means 6 overs gone, 55 for none. But the big tail of the tape, you look at that run rate, 9.17. Yeah, it just hasn't been going in the right direction when they needed to go at 12s to start. I mean, these two together have made, off the bat, only 49 off 37. Yeah, it just hasn't been one of those innings where one player's been able to get away extremely quick. That's what you need. Anyway, it's time for the magic man. Bugger Hadawagate. Old Harry Potter spell coming in. Oh, right in the rib tickler. Bit of yes, no. That'll be a dot ball. Yeah, give that a rub. A good thud into his body. Yeah, it's actually got through the shot too early. That's why it hit him on the pull through. So dot ball, 72 of 23. Dot ball, 72 of 22. What are we looking at? 19s now. It's gone past the point of no return, Vinny Sandhu loves to say. Usually, I think if there's 3 overs or more remaining, it's already in the 19s. It's very hard to win from here. But the 10 wickets in hand, is that their one thing they can hold on to? Another one off the leg, so no runs off the bat this over. I think now you've got to surely retire at least one of them and give someone else a go to see if they have the ability to hit the long ball. Imagine if they bat 10 overs, don't lose a wicket and don't get near the runs. It'll be a bit embarrassing. Got to find a way. There we go. Good shot. That's what we need. 4. Okay, Dart. Can he be the man to really click here? Gets that for 4. That's one boundary needed. Has to go again now. Back himself. Stay nice and still. Get it on that leg side. Yeah, difficult to get that one away. Pretty well bowled, it has to be said. Slow ball wide of the off stump. Hooter 23 of 23. When you think about the 2 sixes he's hit and the 4, it just means there's been a lot of balls of nothing. That one hit away. That's a better shot. And that's going to go away for 4. So Well, they got 2 boundaries off the over, but the over only goes for 9. That's still pretty good, you'd have to say, for Porto Wanderers, who are only 3 overs away from going back-to-back victories tonight. That one was short, pulled uppishly. Gets it over Conrad Greenshields, I believe it is, there at short 45. So 65 for none, no wickets down, not going 10 and over. And it's going to be 20 and over to win. Last 3 overs then. Anyway, it's going to be Swede Ulla. It's going to go again. Slow and missed by the keeper, but won't bother him too much. It's a dot ball, and that's all that really matters. Dot balls have just piled up from time to time, and it's really hurt this run chase. Well, not this time. That is collected, and that's going to be new balls, please. That's a biggie. So he gets that away, and it's a 6. Can they just find boundaries in a row? That's probably the one thing that's been missing the most, is back-to-back boundaries. As Ulla just returns after finding the ball. So 6 off that ball. They need to get back-to-back boundaries. 6 and 6. Can he do it? Well, he does do it. Okay, that's super helpful. So 6 and 6. Are they just timing it well? They have to go again. 6-6. Can they go 3 in a row? We've been crying out that they need 1 big over. Is this the chance? We're back. Comes in again. Cut away. Should be caught. Caught. Well, it's going to be a dot ball. Dahl will have to go for 43. It is going to be a new man to the crease. Will have an opportunity to be a hero. So 6-6 and out. He slowed it up again and got really wide with it. It's very hard to generate pace off that shot and get it over deep extra cover. So he'll have to go. The partnership's broken, but it's been a peculiar partnership because you say they haven't gotten away with it, but they're still in this game just. So 77 for 1. Here we go. Hits his first ball pretty hard, but unfortunately he's picked out deep long on. And Chambers, 78 for 1. Even though they've had a couple of 6s in this over, they're going to need something pretty magical in the last 2 overs to win this game. It's off the pad, and Huda is just not having a great time. 27 off 25. Almost single-handedly losing them the game in a way here. Can't face half the deliveries and make 30 runs. Might sound critical, but that's just the sport. That's T10. As we do get to the final 2 overs of this match, of this evening. The sun has now gone behind the mountains. I think I'll be avoiding the mountains tomorrow. Anyway, we have a look, and it just hasn't got close enough to that red line. They haven't been able to break 10 and over at any stage. So it would be a remarkable thing. It would be 48 off the last 12 balls. And it's going to take something pretty special. Maybe some extras and a few no-ball 6s would help, but you would imagine right now it is Porto Wanderers to lose. As that's going to be a big swing and a miss. And, well, it might be all she wrote. It could be curtains here. Not sure they can come back now. We have 78 for 1. And another dot ball, and it really is pretty much game over despite having 9 wickets in the shed. They just can't get anywhere near this total. They haven't looked like it from the first ball of the run chase. If you look back at that power play, they were batting so cautiously. They blocked out basically 2 overs in the power play for 6 runs, and, well, they've never caught back up. That's a better stroke. That'll be 4. That's handy, but you'd imagine too little too late. Nearly every ball now has to go for a boundary, so What a good night for Porto Wanderers as well. We have to say a lot of credit must go to them. They've been at the bottom of the table. They've 1 win and 5 losses. And tonight they've clicked. They've made the runs on the board. They've defended well. And yeah, they're not far away from going 2-0, 45 off 9. I don't think we're going to see 7 sixes and a boundary in the last 9 balls. And that's why they've bowled pretty well. .44 off 8. That's going to bring us to a little bit of a sedate end, it has to be said. Disappointing chase this from Lisbon Capitals. I'll have to go back to the drawing board. And Huda has just been battling himself out there. Every now and then he's played a nice shot, but just hasn't got going. And now it is, well, mathematically impossible without extras to help. Oh, Huda. 27 off 27. Oh no, 83 for 1. This game is over. 1 over left. I dare say they might give it to Amarullah, but there are some times where you do give the ball to maybe a lesser known bowler. A good opportunity to do that. Give someone a bit of a go, but no, they will go to Amarullah for the last over of today. Another fantastic day of cricket. Be back again tomorrow, of course, in this fun little night series. We'll also be in the Czech Republic throughout the day. For anyone else who has time to watch all 7 games, good luck to you. Last over. In the air. And safe. Spin. Watch the spin. There it spins. They'll just jog through for the 1. Well, I guess the wild throw. Well, I don't really understand the whole point of trying to sneak a second now. This game's over, but anyway, I think Patel wants a bit more time in the limelight. Can't blame him. 42 off 5. It's going to be not out as he's foot behind the crease. Good from Kroop Patel just to call it as he sees it. I like that. It's good, confident umpire. And I know a lot of umpires there that would have looked at that when there's no need. Very, very good from Kroop Patel. Four balls remaining in this evening match. Another dot ball. Don't you dare. Gert. Oh, my word. He calls it straight away. Don't think he's got the memo. 4 balls left, 42 required. You just give that a dot ball and everyone forgets it. We get home 30 seconds quicker. Hit for 1. I guess the question mark is, will Huda finish with a strike rate above 100, or will it be 100 flat or less than? That's the only question mark in this funny old chase. Well, I think he'll finish above because that will be 4. So a little bit too little too late, but 4 more runs. It's not often you're going to see a team finish probably maybe with 9 wickets in hand but fall short. Usually there's a lot more wickets in the wicket column. In one of those innings, peculiar. 2 balls remaining. Inside edge this time, and they'll just walk through for a single. So last ball on this lovely evening. Another good day of cricket overall. I'm looking forward to another good games tomorrow. Here we go, final ball of this match. And oh no. Oh no, that hurts. That really hurts. That's going to be wide. and he gets it. So what a funny old chase is it. They're going to end up with 9 wickets in hand, but they couldn't get to 100. So they're going to fall short. And, well, funny old chase, but credit has to go to Porto Wanderers, who are going to go double wins tonight. And that's super helpful for their tournament. That'll make them feel a lot better. And even though they only took the 1 wicket, they're going to win this very comfortably indeed. 27-run victors, and that'll make them feel so good. So 99 for 1 is the final score. Good to see shakes of the hands and all the spirit of cricket going on around there. So overall, Porto Wanderers the better of the 2 teams tonight. As 99 for 1 is the final score. Have a look at some of the highlights. Well, interesting, there was not many wickets. There was a couple of nice shots, but it just didn't happen for them. There was so many dot balls in between that had popped up, and the dot balls just mounted up and made it really difficult for them to get a score of substance. They'll definitely have to go back to the drawing board a little bit, maybe a couple of changes in the batting lineup. Overall though, Porto Wanderers just bowled it in some pretty good areas. They asked the right questions, and when you bowl it in the right area more often than not, you will create opportunities, but dot balls can win you games, and that's what we've seen here. So 99 for 1. And a double win for them. That'll make them feel super good about their tournament life and how they're progressing as a team, and maybe they're tracking the right way. We'll have a quick look at the scorecards before we wrap up for the evening. And it was a peculiar one, to say the least. 43 off 23, 32 off 29, and 15 off 9. No one playing that sort of crazy T10 innings and getting close to the total. And that's what's hurt them here. So they're going to fall short. 99 for 1. Have a look at the bowling figures, and well, it wasn't too much in the wickets column, but the economy rates were pretty good. So we'll have a quick look at that now. And yeah, 99 for 1. The economy's up the top edge. Janae Khan, an economy of 6, and everyone else pretty tidy. Only the 1 wicket went to Sweetula, but they won't bother them. 99 for 1. They did their job with the ball. They did their job with the bat. And they do walk away victors tonight, twice the double victors. So that is the end of our coverage for this evening. Been in the Czech Republic, we've been in Portugal. It's been fantastic. We're going to be back again tomorrow. 2 live games here in Portugal. Do make sure you tune in the morning with Vinny Sandu out there. And I hope you've enjoyed all the live coverage tonight. Signing off from Portugal. I'll see you soon. Good night for now.
A swing and a hit, the ball goes flying in the field and makes his chase. A community playing on the field of dreams, no matter race, sex, color, or age. Stars of the future of European cricket are ready to take the stage. Ball's getting quicker with the kookaburra starting to swing. The keeper in your mind standing just behind, pressure is creeping in. Some give it flight and some give it rip as the ball really starts to spin. But our batsman's alert with the crack of a bat, the ball flies over for 6. Cricketers, European cricketers, share your passion for riding flag with the world. Cricketers, European cricketers, time to cheer and show the world what you got. Master blasters turn on the style. Cricket's a beautiful game. Smiling faces and celebrations as the champions enjoy their fame. European legends breaking records, making their own dreams come true. Watched by millions of European cricketers show the world what they can do. Now picture this, 10 runs needed to win off the last over of the match. Fielders are on fire, sliding and diving, want to take that world-class catch. Tension building as the ball runs in. Will it be short, a yorker or slow? A 6 will win it, 4 to tie into the golden ball we go. Cricketers, European cricketers, share your passion for riding flag with the world. Cricketers, European cricketers, time to cheer and show the world what you got.
Has gone all the way over into to the clubhouse and ordering a pint at the bar.
Hundreds of clubs all over Europe are coming together today. Thousands of cricketers want to be stars, show their talents when they play. We've got commentary, action-packed cricket frenzy. You're hooked, you can't deny. Worldwide audience watching to see which team will lift the cup up high. Oh, cricketers, European cricketers, share your passion, pride and flag with the world. Cricketers, European cricketers, time to cheer and show the world what you got. La 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 la.
There he goes. He sent that pack in. But the shaka. 6-4.
Oh, cricketers, European cricketers, share your passion, pride and flag with the world. Cricketers, European cricketers, time to cheer and show the world what you got. Time to cheer and show